Welcome to MI Magazine Presents Soul, a weekly entertainment show on fashion, arts and culture, mental health, relationships, travel, and food. Our weekly co-hosts are Carla Hill, Dr. Delvina Thomas, and Chef Irie. Now introducing our host, Miss Nikki Jellin.
Hello, good night, happy Hump Wednesday, and welcome to MIA Magazine Presents Soul. Thank you so much for being our guest tonight, for being our audience. And I want to start by saying that happy anniversary to Soul. It's been 1 year, y'all. So thanks for your dedication. Thanks for tuning in. And I also want to say that we have a really packed, fun-filled show tonight. So let's get right into it. Here's a word from our sponsor. So I want to give a shout out to the SWA Solid Waste Authority of Palm Beach County and the AARP. The show is also brought to you by the African American Black Alzheimer's Disease Initiative at the John P. Hussman Institute for Human Genomics, University of Miami School of Medicine. If you are someone that is experiencing loss of memory or memory problems, or if you know someone who has those problems, please contact the research team for more information at 877-686-6444. Again, that number is 877-686-6444. Now let's get started with our show. My first co-host, she is a board-certified psychiatrist and also the host and founder of the Brain Love podcast. So Dr. Delvina, happy Hump Wednesday. How is it going?
Hey, Nikki, are you ready to take the couch?
I'm always ready.
And oh my goodness, happy anniversary to us. Happy anniversary to all of the hosts, to the guest co-hosts, to all of MIA. So to Aaliyah, she's such a wonderful producer. And of course, big shout out to Dexter. Thank you, Dexter. Happy anniversary, MIA Soul. So, Nikki, I wanted to talk about Nike tonight. Nike gave their employees a week off from work to de-stress.
Oh, girl.
Now, that is a big move for a huge employer, a huge agency like Nike to say, you know what? The pandemic has really been trying and has been a challenge for all of us. We want you guys to unplug, reset, take time off, just take a week to yourselves. And so I wanted to talk about that, mental health in the workplace. So we have to help improve the mental well-being of our team. If you're a CEO, if you're someone in a position of like a manager, you're in the top ranks of your company, if you own the company, if you're running the company, just understand that every organization is impacted by their employees struggling with mental health concerns. So shout out to Nike in knowing to do this. Mental illness is the leading cause of disability in the United States for people ages 15 to 44. And it accounts for 50% of all diseases nationwide, more than any other combination or classification of disease, including cancer. Over 1/4 of adults have some form of mental illness, but only 10% of us will seek treatment. And in the Black community, it's even less. In our community, in the Black and brown melanated community, we seek mental health treatment less than any other population. Problems with mental well-being can impact the workplace in numerous ways, including workdays lost, people banging in because they just don't feel motivated, they're tired, they're sluggish, they don't have the energy, they have low morale, and this increases healthcare costs. So every organization is not doing something about this. So that's why I wanted to shout out Nike, because they are allowing their employees to reset. Now, when we look at the different generations, we know that certain generations have been prioritizing their mental health and well-being. So Gen Zers, 76% of them find mental health and wellness to be important in their lives. Millennials, 73%. Gen X, 75%. And these baby boomers, we need to spank them on the bottom.
We sure do.
56% of them value mental health and wellness. Nearly 3/4 of workers say they want their employers to champion and to push and encourage them to seek mental health treatment and to help with mental well-being in the workplace. So this is rated as more important than equality. Mental health in the workplace, go back please, is rated more important than sustainability and diversity. And so employees need to be trained in recognizing the signs of mental illness and mental health challenges. All righty, let's move on to the next thing. And we're almost finished here. We have to see mental health in the workplace as being open, fair, something that's necessary. We need to create a stigma-free culture in our society. We can create a new culture around mental illness. If we make it okay for people to admit that they're having a challenge, admit that they need help, encourage them to seek treatment. Stigma and concern for job safety often prevent people from reaching out when they need help. We have to help them around these things. We got to see people as a whole person. It's not just about physical sickness. It's not just about, oh, I have the flu, I can't come in today. But we have to also consider there are mental health challenges too that can interfere with work. We have to challenge those misconceptions. If you hear a coworker speaking about a stereotype or spreading some myth about mental illness, stop them and tell them, hey, that's not a good idea to say things like that. That is not true. It's not based on facts. You shouldn't spread that type of foolishness. Offer support to one another. Don't be afraid to reach out if you're struggling. And if you see someone struggling, be kind, show love, show respect, help them. And mind what you say. Don't use words like crazy, unstable. And, you know, some of the most popular words people have been using lately now are toxic, which everybody ain't toxic. Just because you may not get along with a person doesn't make that person toxic. And people use the word bipolar a lot. Oh, she's bipolar. Oh,
yeah.
So there's a lot to learn about mental illness, mental health, mental wellness. And I just want more agencies, more employers, more businesses to be cognizant of mental health and wellness in the workplace. And that's pretty much all I got for you. Guys, remember to listen to 99 Jams on Sunday mornings at 5 a.m. Community Matters with Super Cindy and me. And also don't forget to tune into my Brain Love podcast. And look at that. I still have hashtag unbothered up.
Oh, hey, I love that. Well, it was needed for your topic tonight. So a really quick question. So, so Nike, they're offering a week off to their employers or employees to take a break just to de-stress.
Yeah.
I said de-stress. So would you consider stress a part of mental health? You know, they're different, or are they kind of the same?
Yes, girl. I'm so glad you asked that question because I'm sure many people have the same question. Stress does fall under the umbrella of mental health and wellness. Stress is a little more simple than when it becomes something more complicated. If you don't address stress at that early level, or you don't intervene, or you don't prevent stress from occurring, stress can become so many other more complicated, challenging things, such as a depressive disorder and anxiety disorder. So yes, stress is considered a mental health condition. You are correct. And stress can present in so many different ways, not just mentally, but also cause you physical issues too, like elevated blood pressure, interfere with the balance of your blood sugar levels, cause headaches, upset stomach, nausea, make you feel like you got to vomit all the time, and also can interfere with sleep. So if you're not falling asleep and you're not staying asleep, that too can just play into a vicious cycle of mental health challenges, because when we don't sleep, we get irritable. We don't think as fast. We're not quick on our feet. So yes, ma'am, you're correct. Stress is under that.
Yeah, and I'm asking because, you know, that kind of did hit home to me. So, you know, a lot of organizations, they're waking up more now these days, and they're understanding that their employees, they need a break to kind of de-stress from the work environment. Because the thing is, if their employees are not healthy, they're not able to perform the job sufficiently or effectively.
That's right.
And, you know, and the thing is, I just want to say that one of my loved ones, she's my aunt. She's been working since she was probably 21, 25 in the nursing industry. She was like a director and oversaw different nursing facilities, homes, different states and markets. And she would travel all the time, overseeing her patients, making sure the curriculums are intact and everything. And we learned recently that she had a massive stroke.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry
And
to
the
hear
thing is,
that.
because she overworked so much and she did not take the time, like what Nike is doing, to recognize, let me just fall back a little bit. Let me just think about my health. So she's so like her mindset is taking care of other people and making sure the organization is running smoothly, and she totally neglected her health.
Yeah.
And again, so I was asking you, like, how does stress have to do with mental health? And it's so true. And I applaud Nike for even seeing that, because a lot of us we're working and working, trying to get the job done, but we're neglecting our physical and mental health. So I just want to thank you for bringing that up. And thank you,
Sure,
Nike.
yeah, Nikki.
Yeah.
And the best of luck to your aunt in her recovery. And stress can do that. It can cause things like heart attacks and strokes. Remember, I think we were all talking, you guys asked me, what does Brain Love stand for? Brain Love is an acronym, and that B stands for balance. You must have balance in life. You can't have all work and no play, and you can't have all play and no work. So you got to know when to step back, pull the plug, reset, take a break, do a staycation, massage, like you said you like to do. The things we talked about last week when we were talking about self-care.
Yeah.
All right, Nikki, say Brain Love for me.
Definitely. Right. Well, Brain Love every day, all day. Thank you,
That's
Dr.
right.
Delvina. Well, we'll see you next week.
All right.
And now on to my next co-host. Well, she is a lover of the arts and culture, the beautiful Miss Carla Hill. I do want to say happy belated Independence Day to Trinidad and Tobago. How's it going?
Fine, thank you. Yes, August 31st, Trinidad celebrated its independence. All is well, my dear. It's good to see you. But make sure the culture part, we need to make sure that it's not just arts and culture. It is culture that makes up this beautiful place we call South Florida. And right now, our Haitian brothers and sisters, they're hurting. I wanted to start with this painting by South Florida's own Edouard Duval-Carry. I'm going to talk about how we can help our Haitian brothers and sisters in Haiti by volunteering to get some very much needed relief to them. This painting is of the great Toussaint Louverture, who led the revolution in Haiti to abolish slavery in 1794. So my images today are not going to be of the suffering and exploiting our Haitian brothers and sisters. I want us to remember their power, regardless of the struggles that their country has gone through. This image shows that they are a resilient people and they really need our help. A deadly earthquake in Haiti happened over a month ago, I believe, and it's dealt another devastating blow to the nation that just came out of a very serious political crisis with the assassination of their president. At least 1,419 people have died, according to PBS News, and some 6,000 are injured following the earthquake. Tens of thousands more are displaced, and officials say over 7,000 homes were destroyed and 5,000 are damaged. In some places, rescue efforts has been affected by the landslides that are cutting off roads. On a positive side, we have some wonderful people here in Miami with the group Caribbean Strong. It's one of our leading community groups leading the way for relief efforts. And you can join in on their efforts by volunteering your time every weekend to send needed aid to people in Haiti. Caribbean Strong and their volunteers meet in the Doral area every weekend from about 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And they help to put boxes of essential goods together. We're all wondering, well, is this relief legitimate? It certainly is. The Caribbean Strong effort is working with the highly respected GEM mission. That's the Global Empowerment Mission. And their efforts are also supported by the Caribbean Counselor Corps. And this is a corps made up of all the council generals from the Caribbean Basin. So you can rest assured that the Caribbean Strong efforts are based in real legitimate help and aid that will help our Haitian brothers and sisters. So you don't have to bring any goods. That's what GEM, Global Empowerment Mission, they get all of the goods. What's needed is your energy and your genuine care for our Haitian neighbors. And this is a great way to do community service as maybe a family. So how do you get involved? You can visit Caribbean Strong at SFL Caribbean Strong. So think South Florida Caribbean Strong, SFL Caribbean Strong on Instagram, and you'll find information that you're probably seeing right now about where to meet and what times. You can officially register to volunteer there as well. I want to reiterate, make this a family affair or something you can do with your church, your civic group, your sorority, your fraternity. Our Haitian neighbors need us, and this is how you can help. Just show up, be there, be present. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's also scrolling at the bottom as well. So again, it's at SFL Caribbean Strong on Instagram. So
exactly.
All right.
Well, all right. I may see you this weekend.
Well, I didn't hear you.
I may see you this weekend, hopefully, volunteering this weekend.
Definitely. Awesome. All right, Ms. Carla Hill, thank you so much. And we'll see you next week. And now on to my next co-host. He's one of my favorite chefs. He's a private and personal chef, and also the host of Tasty Islands on American Public Television. So Chef Irie, happy Hump Wednesday.
Happy Hump Wednesday, darling. How are you?
I'm doing good. I got my drink ready if you got yours ready.
My girl Nikki, baby.
There we go.
Sip, sip, sip. Yeah, so this is very simple. This is just some mango, some vodka, and a squeeze of lime juice. We are ready to go, baby. Yeah, no rum today. There's a little vodka. Yes, so it's all good. And happy anniversary to MIA Soul. 1 year, baby.
I know. Wow, it's been 1 year.
Yeah, I know, right? We've been speaking to a lot of good people and a lot of good topics of interest. And so I hope the people out there are appreciating it. And so keep coming in every week and listening. Love it. We love it. Yeah, so what am I talking about this week? So it was kind of interesting, So first of all, let me ask you, do you like picnics?
Yeah, when the sun's down.
When the sun's down, you don't want to be roasting in the sun? Well, actually, that is perfect. Why? So I know one of our guests this evening, we're going to be talking about films. Am I correct? Was it independent films?
That's correct.
So most of us have not been to the movie theater in a long time, and hopefully that could probably change too. Because I love going to the movie theaters. And one of the movies that I'm looking forward to seeing soon is the latest James Bond movie, and I think it comes out in a couple months. So hopefully I get to see it. But picnics don't always have to be outside. And so here's one place that if you have a date, your wife, girlfriend, and this stemmed from, when I was younger, sneaking into the movie theater and bringing, your food, whatever, like a food and like a snack. But now you can make it even more official and bring a picnic into the movie theater. So we're talking, girl, what's up? What? We talking wine, but you don't want a real glass because you don't want the damn thing to drop on the floor and break. So you want to make sure you have disposable glasses or plastic glasses. All right. So bring your wine, red wine, or chill your white wine. And here are some things that are really cool that you don't have to make a mess. So you can have prepared sandwiches if that's cool. You can have a dinner that you've probably bought. Yes. Why are you looking at me like that? Sushi.
Because I got some questions when you're done. That's why.
Yeah. Sushi is good. One of the things what you don't want to do is, really be offensive to other people. So, that Popeye's nice smelling chicken might just bring too much attention to you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So you want, things, meals that, are, nice and low key and, maybe sit in the back. And probably go during the afternoon when there's not too many people there in the theater. All right. Um, Crackers and cheese are always good. It's simple. So the whole idea of picnic at the movies is not for it to be, overblown, but it's for you to enjoy a little something, something with the person you are there with, whether it's your date, your wife, your girlfriend, and I hope that's still a date as well. And enjoy some nice vittles, a nice vino. I mean, I don't know about the whole cocktail thing because you might you might do too much. So this is another way to enjoy a picnic at the movies. So whatever foods that are really cool and not too difficult to bring. Obviously, you just have the girl bring that big bag. Anybody gonna search that girl's big bag? Girl, no, no. you know, some salad, pasta salad are good. Some lobster mac and cheese might be good too. So, a couple of dishes, that's in disposable containers. You're not really eating all through the movie, but no, you're not trying to be cheap. You just want to do something a little different, a little special for the person you're with, and so you can enjoy your time at the movies and as well enjoy the movies as well. So that's picnic at the movies. And of course, we're coming to the end of summer here in South Florida, and of course, oftentimes, the weather is not always cooperative, but on those days that it is nice or nicer, do consider going out and having an outdoor picnic. It is awesome. And one of the things that we must realize in South Florida, there are some really good parks here in South Florida. And I think they're very underutilized. People don't not necessarily go and have picnics, but to enjoy parks. And I think when I was living in New York, when the weather broke and it was awesome, those parks are full 7 days a week because people understand, that being outdoors. I think we just live inside of our cars too much here in South Florida. So it's either the park or the beach. Visit both. Bring your food, bring your snacks, enjoy the food, and enjoy your company. That's what I got for you this week, Nikki. Picnic a galore. Girl, what's the question you got now, girl?
Yeah, so I have a question. Okay, so I envision. Okay, so you said like a picnic at the movies, right? So I envision like having like my little picnic basket.
You can do that.
With the blanket on the picnic blanket on the floor and.
Okay, we don't want to be putting nothing on the floor in the movie theater. Okay.
Yeah.
No. So basically, what you'd probably do is have that picnic blanket across your lap, and you don't want to be so conspicuous, so you want to make sure you're not bringing a picnic basket because now they're like, oh, they're coming to have a picnic in my movie theater, so you're gonna brick trash.
That's what I'm saying.
Food, yes, in a non-scandal bag,
So like a book bag. There you go.
There you go, and take your bottle of wine out, and you want to just so you don't be fussing. Get one of those bottled wines that you screw on and screw off so you can put instead of the cork where you got to fuss with that. You don't want to fuss with that. And, bring your food in, little plastic containers, maybe one for you, one for her, one for, basically, and have a couple of those and just enjoy the vibes.
I'm going to take your advice. I'll keep you posted.
Please do.
Yes.
It is. Trust me, it's a wicked experience. And if you want to be really scandalous, yes, Chinese food works too. And if you want to bring that Popeye's chicken, who the hell go? I was about to say, who go check me, boo? But no.
Sit all the way in the back.
Yes, and when at least bring your sushi. It work. It goes down real well, and just have a good old time.
All right, so tell us about your show.
Before I go, yes, two things. Obviously, Ricky Smiley Morning Show I just did last week, so I will be letting everybody know because there's a few changes. So I'll let you know when I'm coming on next again. And we're announcing a new show under the MIA Legacy platform. Yes, Flavors of South Florida. Yes, there will be me hosted by myself, and we're going to be doing reviews of Black-owned restaurants here in South Florida. And I will be your host, Chef Irie. Yes.
Yeah.
So tune in this September in a few weeks. Check it out, people. Salute, baby.
Cheers to that, darling. Cheers to that.
Thank you, and happy anniversary, MIA Soul. Dexter, you the
Happy
best,
anniversary.
baby.
All right. We'll see you soon. And now on to our first featured guest. He is a producer, creator, and founder of the Urban Film Festival. So, Marco Mall,
Hey,
how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, definitely. Well, how's your Wednesday going?
My Wednesday is going a little busier than most Wednesdays due to the fact that I got the festival this weekend, and then we're also, I have celebrity friends coming in, and then I have a big youth program. So we have a bunch of the kids coming. I have like 150 kids coming out on Friday, so we're just excited.
So you're staying busy, huh?
Well, especially this Wednesday.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about your background.
Okay, so I come from the music background, and then I got into film. I've always been in film. I've been in film for about 15 to 16 years. I linked up with my partner Blagi about 12 years ago, and we started Florida Film House. We're located in Wynwood. We have a 5,000 square foot studio that we've been here, and we over time have acquired a team of about 25 filmmakers. We've shot a couple of movies. We shot over 1,000 productions together as a team.
Wow.
We vertically integrated, where we basically put a lot of our money back into the profits we made from our service to buy a lot of the gear, to underwrite the cost to film our own movies. But then as we started putting out our own films, we started realizing that it was a real lack of representation and support for Black and brown films. So we basically submitted our films to a bunch of different film festivals and didn't get in. And we realized at that point that, our films were pretty cool. They're pretty decent production value, great performances. If our films aren't getting into the film festivals, imagine for the people that even don't have as much of a team, as much resources as we do. So then we knew then that, something else was needed to help support up and coming filmmakers, because if we don't, then there will not be more future filmmakers, right? Because like, imagine you put your heart and soul into, creating a piece of content, and then you have no way of displaying it. You have no way of, being recognized or feeling good or getting any kind of positive feedback from your content. So therefore you're not motivated to keep developing content, right?
Right.
So we created Urban Film Festival 6 years ago. And the very first year we did it, we marketed it 3 months out and got 3,000 participants. And that's when we knew that it was like, there's such a need for this, right?
Yep, there's a need.
Right. And every year we just been working and growing, and we got really great partners and people that have gotten behind us and gotten involved, like Master P and Romeo Miller and Alan Maldonado and Amadi Carmen, a good friend of mine, executive producer of Love and Hip Hop. And just a lot of a plethora of, Philly Flyboy, Joe Youngspike, just a bunch of executives that really understand how important it is for us to be able to nurture the emerging urban filmmakers. Right. And then we have like the city of Miami has gotten behind us. The Commissioner Keon Hardam has been backing me for years. And then Commissioner Jeffrey Watson, now the new city commissioner, he's extremely helpful. And the CRAs and the mayors and, the GMCVB and all these different people, Black Archives, all these different people have come on board to help us do this festival. And the festival is a free festival. Everything about it is free.
Right.
We do about 50 activations where we have a bunch of workshops in all the main fields of film. We have a bunch of master classes. We have a bunch of great panels where we bring in a bunch of executives that are like specialists and they really have great knowledge to share. And then we screen 100 films, and we have a couple big premieres. And like I said, the whole entire thing is free. Every event is free. All you got to do is just come to the website, www.urbanfilmfestivals.com, and just register. And you just come to the festival and enjoy all the festivities we have.
Okay, and so this year it's going to be at the historic Overtown, right? That's where it is this year.
Well, every year is pretty much in the historic Overtown. I mean, we're very committed to helping the art movement in that community, and that's also my, I've been living in Overtown for over 10 years now. So okay. So it's like,
that's your home.
Yeah, well, I'm originally from Homestead. I gotta make sure I shout out. I'm originally from Homestead, but I moved into Overtown, right? So, yeah, so it's real important that, you know, we help develop and bring the arts, you know, into our historically Black community and make sure that, you know, that community and that neighborhood has what it needs to kind of keep growing and staying as relevant and as strong as possible, especially with
Yes.
today's temperature, with, you know, all the money coming in and all the changes that, you know, start happening in those neighborhood, you know, our neighborhoods. It's very important that we hold on to what we can hold on to. So I'm very
And I see for myself, there's so many like up and coming, just different exhibitions, restaurants within that area. But I'm so happy to learn about what you're doing, because this is the first I'm hearing about it, and also like maybe our viewers as well. So it's great that Historic Overtown, it's definitely getting that recognition. We're showcasing Black talent, Black excellence. So thanks for that. And so Russell Muttley has a question for you.
Okay.
So he's asking, are you auditioning actors for any local film projects?
Actually, the best way to act, so yes, the answer is yes. And the best way for us is right now we're doing an acting workshop with Yanel Ladis, right? Yanel Ladis is our acting coach and one of our star directors, right? So, and he's also a star writer as well. Like, he's written big plays, and he's just a phenomenal. Right now, he's also my partner on 2 films I'm about to release. And then he also has a new film being put out on Sunday that we're premiering. And he's also my partner on a movie I'm doing right now with Romeo Miller coming up in a couple months, right? So the thing is, if you come to his acting workshop on Saturday, he'll see you perform and he'll say, you're good, let me get your number. That's the best way, really, honestly, for casting. The best way for casting is to come around acting workshops and things like that are active with directors that are currently filming, right? And so if you know, and Yanel does a lot of our casting for us as well, right? So if Yanel sees something in somebody this Saturday, he'll tell me, Marco, this person's cold. This person will fit the character in the film we're about to shoot. And then that's how a lot of times people get into our productions. A lot of the I would say 90 to 95% of the people in our films are from local Miami. You know?
Oh, wow.
Or South Florida, at least South Florida. Yeah.
That's keeping it local. That's good.
Absolutely. Because we have so much talent here. I mean, we have so much talent. And I think a lot of places have a lot of talent. It's really about getting the opportunity to get the exposure and then finding a way to get it on a level that you can monetize and then keep flipping and growing your business. And it's hard in this. I'm telling you, it's very, very hard. I do a lot of international traveling. I'm very involved in distribution. And I go to like Berlin and Cannes and, you know, Hong Kong and all these different markets. And a lot of times I'm the only one that looks like me.
Well, yeah.
And the other ones that do look like me, they're our Nigerian brothers. You know what I'm saying? But they're not really a lot of times African Americans at these big, you know, places that are trying to, like, you know, make it happen. And there's a lot of, and I'm not going to front. I've gone, I mean, if I tell you all the stories, I mean, I've had so many conversations that start off with, oh, I'm sorry, we don't buy Black content. I mean, that's like 20 to 25% of my meetings when I go out of the country.
And it's 2021. Like,
and a lot of it is just, I mean, you know, it's starting to, I'm feeling a difference now. And it started really with like the Straight Outta Compton, the Moonlight, that whole little movement that happened in the last, say, like 4 or 5 years, 6 years. Now it's starting to become something that people are a little bit more opening their eyes. They saw the numbers that were made from these type of films.
is it because of like DE&I as well? Diversity, equality, and inclusion. It's like a major initiative that a lot of, I guess, corporations are included now to have more diversity across the board. So you know
that definitely helps us here domestically. But the reality is that internationally, they're not on that, right? So like when you go to another country and you're like, yo, I need you to help sell my film in Italy, or I need you to help sell my film in Germany, they're like, nah, like, we don't do Black content, and you got to like find a way to break through that. Right. So we're still fighting our battles, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we need our young up and coming filmmakers to stay in the game. You know, we won't even have a future of telling our stories. And that's why the Open Film Festival is so important. And then we also have another program we do called the First Take Youth Film Program, which is an program.
I was going to talk to you about that one next. Yeah. Some other question was like, you're not only the founder of the Urban Film Festival, but you're also like, you're part of the Florida Film House, the First Take Youth Film Program, the Urban, and also the Worldwide Urban Distribution. So kind of want to tap into those different, I guess, programs and initiatives that you're part of.
Right. So really, at the end of the day, it all vertically integrates. Right. So like Florida Film House is a film production company. We need more talent. And then we also have a true heart and passion for helping our community and our culture have all the resources it needs to. Most of our filmmakers came in as interns because they couldn't get any work anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So like they come here because it's like kind of like the only, at least for a long time it was. And I'm so happy to see other Black and brown production companies starting to do really well, so that it's increasing the opportunities, right? Because at the end of the day, we just need opportunity. So, we were the mecca for like, I think the Black and brown community for a very long time now, especially the Black community. So now we create the youth program to, help the young kids kind of get introduced to film. And
gotta
then
mold
also,
them. Mm-hmm.
right, and it also helps my film production company because these kids end up working for us. Right, like and they're the future of Florida Film House.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with the Urban Film Festival. The Urban Film Festival, it's very important that once again we support the up and coming filmmakers to help grow the film community, and it also allows us to help out with distribution as well with my worldwide urban distribution to help them monetize so they can start making money from their content. Right, so it's all vertically integrated,
Right.
And I'm actually a partner in a new company that's being launched called UDS, Urban Digital Streaming.tv. And all the films from Urban Film Festival will be able to be broadcasted and screened and streamed from UDS.tv as well. So giving them more exposure, giving them monetizing capabilities, and just so on and so forth. We're trying to keep helping fight through the little walls that we have to try to get to the point
barriers, yes.
That we can get ours, because we got to get ours. The only way we're going to get ours is if we go get it, and it's like I'm trying to front line and help us do that so we can,
we can open our own doors. We can definitely open our own doors. And so how can we find tickets to the Urban Film Festival?
Okay, so the Urban Film Festival is 100%, like I said, totally free. But you go to the website, www.urbanfilmfestivals with an S at the end.com. And you can register. And like I said, everything is free. Every workshop is free. Every panel is free.
Okay.
The whole thing is just, it's for the people. Come out, enjoy it. Even if you don't go on the website, you just register at the Lyric Theater as well. We'll have some merch there. We'll have some, some food, drinks, great films. We're screening over 100 films. And
wow.
It's going to be a great time. It's going to be a great time.
Yeah. Maybe we could have one of those like movie picnics that Chef Ari was talking about earlier. So
we actually did something like that last weekend at the Ward Boarding House, and it was phenomenal. I showed an award. I showed a woman that won the 2019 film festival, MD Simmons. She did a show called a movie Before You Shoot. And we screened it under this beautiful tree behind the Ward Boarding House. And it was a beautiful crowd. And we had a drink sponsor, and it was a good vibe, in Overtown. Okay. Yeah, it's cool. So
what would you tell your younger self, and how old would you be?
I think I am my younger self. Not just at the end of the day, like, my thing is, like, everything you do it with love and passion, right? Mm-hmm. And I think I've been doing that the majority of my life, and I've just followed my heart, my dreams of what I think needs to be done and how it needs to be done. I think that, and I've never been about, like, say, I've never chased money, right? So if I had to tell my younger self something, there was a couple of times where I could have made money moves and I didn't. And if I had made some of those money moves, it would have helped position some of the things I wanted to do later on in the future, right? So now I've had to fight a little bit harder on certain fronts because I didn't make some of those early money moves because I was so focused on doing, and I'm not saying I would have done anything wrong. It's just that I was always focused on more the quality of everything I'm doing and the people I'm working with and making sure the whole team, everything, which I really don't, I still don't even really regret. It's just that I could have probably made a couple of different money moves that could have set me up to, do more for even some of the causes and things I care about now more if I had a couple, M's or something,
Yeah, it's all good. It's all about learning, Right. So what happened back then wised you up for this moment and for keep on elevating and teaching others as well. So it's all good.
And the way I look at it is I think that the Lord always wants you to be where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there. So, at the end of the day, I am where I'm supposed to be, how I'm supposed to be, and I think I'm doing good work and I feel good about, every day I wake up with a smile and I do great work and I try to help as many people and I try to help my team and just keep pushing everything that I think is important. And
Right.
I think we're doing a pretty good job, but we'll keep pushing.
All right. Well, Marco Mall, thank you so much. We're looking forward to the Urban Film Festival, and I know you're pretty busy. So yeah, we'll see you soon. We'll definitely be supporting. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Have a great one.
Have a good night. And now, y'all, it is OBC weekend, which means Orange Blossom Classic. So our next guest, he is the head football coach of Florida A&M, the Rattlers. So Willis Simmons, thank you so much for being our guest tonight. I know it's going to be a crazy weekend happening. How's it going?
It's going well. I'm excited to be on.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is it's been 43 years. 43 years. So, okay, my first question to you is this. When did your coaching career begin?
My coaching career, my college coaching career began in 2006. I coached 1 year of high school ball prior to that, but this is year 17 for me now. 16, technically, I guess 16.
You look so young. I'm just saying, like, okay, well, that's awesome. So my next question is, okay, so this will be the 20th meeting between the Rattlers and Tigers, okay? So what preparations are being done for this historical revival game? Like, it's super hype. So what preparations are, you guys taking, y'all, it's about winning, right? So can you give us a little glimpse?
Yeah, we've been preparing for this game. It feels like for about 2 years. Obviously, the game was first renewed in the 2020 season. So we were supposed to play this game this time last year, but obviously COVID-19 had other plans. And so now we're finally able to get to the game. We've been in preparation, 25 practices by the time we get to the game, 15 spring practices, 15 fall practices that when we didn't play. So we've been preparing for a very long time, but our guys are excited. They're locked in, dialed in for this game. And I think Rattler Nation will be excited when they see this new edition of the 2021 football team.
All right. And we have a 2022 on repeat for next year?
That's right. We're locked in for, I think, 2 more years after this. So we're excited to be a part of this great rivalry, great tradition, which is the Orange Blossom Classic. We know how much it means to South Florida, the city of Miami Gardens. And we're so thankful to the OBC committee for thinking about us and renewing this great game.
All right. Well, we're also very excited. So outside of physically being there at the Hard Rock Stadium, how else can we tune in, and catch this historical event happening?
Yeah, it'll be on ESPN2. So we're very excited that the game is nationally televised, 3 p.m. Eastern time on ESPN2. So if you're not able to make it to the game, we hope every Rattler fan can get to the game because we need all the support that we can get. But again, if you're not able to make it for whatever reason, you can definitely tune in on ESPN2.
All right. Well, Coach Simmons, thank you so much. Go Rattlers. Actually, I learned this like yesterday because go Rattlers.
We'll get you right. We'll get you right.
So we'll be tuning in. Good luck. Good luck. All right. And we'll see you this weekend.
Thank you. Looking forward to it.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
And now our last featured guest, he is Vice Chairman Oliver Gilbert III. And go ahead and roll that clip. All right, y'all. And our featured guest tonight, he is born and raised in Miami Gardens. He is a progressive visionary leader, the one and only Vice Chairman Oliver Gilbert III. Happy Hump Wednesday. How's it going?
Everything's good. How about you?
Yeah, I can't complain. No complaints whatsoever. I'm sure you have a pretty packed schedule this weekend, huh?
Listen, this weekend, it seems like it was yesterday that we actually announced the Orange Blossom Classic was coming back. But this weekend is upon us. We have the golf tournament on Thursday. We have a luncheon on Friday. We have activities with the teams. We have the Battle of the Bands, the parade, the parties, and then the game where Jackson State and FAMU square up on the field at Hard Rock Stadium. It's really going to be an incredible weekend. I'm excited, and I hope that everyone is getting their tickets.
Well, okay, so the Orange Blossom Classic returns after 43 years. That's a long time. How'd you make it happen? What button did you press?
Kendra Bullock Major came to me, and she talked to me about the Orange Blossom. And it's something I had experienced as a child. And so I remember the parades. I remember the Marching 100. I remember the team coming. So I remembered it. And we all remember it. We all have fond memories of it. And so she talked to me, and I was the mayor of Miami Gardens. I said, you know what? Let's actually work on this. And I started talking to, the people at the Hard Rock Stadium and then Mayor Jimenez about how we could all come together and make this happen. Kendra and her team have done an extraordinary job. They put in the work, and we've been able to get this done together. And so I'm very happy. It's aptly named The Revival because we're reviving something great.
Wow. I mean, after 43 years, yes, that's like, what, like 4 decades plus? Yes.
Yeah, that's like Lazarus in the tomb, dead for a long time. And then you think, well, we actually, it was magic. It was a miracle. But it's been a lot of hard work. And I appreciate everyone I appreciate all of you all for helping publicize the game, because it takes everybody doing these small things together to actually aggregate themselves into a really, really extraordinary time for all of us here this weekend.
Right. And so as a community, what can we expect as far as the economic impacts, as far as, I think there is a parade happening. So what can we expect?
Well, for the parade, you can expect traffic, but
and there's Battle of the Bands as well. So let's talk more about that too. And a concert?
The Battle of the Bands is going to be at the Miramar Amphitheater. The concert is at Bayfront. The parade is in Miami Gardens. And what you see is us activating all of South Florida. And so a lot of times when we have these events, I know you understand this, but a lot of people watching might not. It's heads in beds. It's bringing people into town, actually them staying in hotels, eating at restaurants, spending money at bars, buying merchandise. That's the type of economic impact that we have. And it's spread out because we're doing things everywhere. From the hotels that we're using to the Battle of the Bands to the concert, the 305 concert with Luke and Trick and Trina, that's going to be just incredible. So all of these things all across South Florida, and what we're showing is, what we're demonstrating is our ability to actually affect an economy. We know what we can do because we do it all the time. So this is our way of coming together, congregating communally, and helping people support themselves, because ultimately we thrive on tourism here in South Florida.
Oh yeah, we sure do. All right, so let's go ahead and drop that clip.
Oh, okay.
Oh, just hold on. You'll see in a few. Hold on.
This is I know what you're talking about. Okay.
Go ahead. You'll see. Let's go ahead and roll it. It's happening any second now. Y'all hang tight.
Orange Blossom Classic is almost here.
See, I follow you on Instagram and TikTok, and I saw that, and I almost fell out of my chair. So,
yeah, listen, we're gonna do another one later today. You got to have fun with this stuff. You got to have fun with this stuff. And so it occurred to me that people they see me, and they're like, "Hey, Mayor," they still call me Mayor from when I was Mayor of Miami Gardens. "Mayor, can I get some tickets?" And I'm like, "Hey, nah, I ain't got no tickets." "No, you don't got some tickets." "Nah, I ain't got no tickets." So, people slide in your inbox, and they see you in the store, in the Walmart. I can't buy no milk at Walmart without actually getting asked for Orange Blossom Classic tickets. I said, who got some tickets for you? I left them at Ticketmaster. All you got to do is give them your credit card. And so that's all you have to do. But it really is important. I make jokes, but it really is important that we support the events. Because if we don't support the events, we can't expect the events to continue to come. We have to financially support these events. And I think we're going to do very well this weekend.
Of course, yeah. So again, it's only through Ticketmaster. That's it.
Yes.
Okay.
And you can go to the website also. So there are a lot of ancillary events, a lot of parties happening. Everything officially associated with the Orange Blossom Classic is on the website. They can see the website right here at the bottom of your page. You can also go to you all's page, because you all have information there. And so, but we're asking everybody to support all the events. Listen, come out to the parade for sure. Go to the Battle of the Bands. Have fun at the concert. The luncheon has already been sold out. And so the Vice Chairman, Oliver Gilbert, welcome luncheon and reception is already sold out. I had somebody ask me to add a table. I said, it don't really work that way. Ain't no more chicken. Ain't no more chicken. The chicken is gone. Yeah, you're too late. You asked me yesterday. So it's that type of, but I fully expect that at every event, we're going to have an incredible time, because it's not just about having another luncheon. It's about having our luncheon. So we luncheon different. We luncheon different. We battle the bands different. We parade different. We concert different. We go to games different. It just hit a little different with us. And so if you can't tell them I'm overly excited, I'm a Rattler. Look, orange and green, these colors don't fade. So I'm happy to welcome Jackson State down. Yeah, exactly. I'm even influencing you. You wearing orange. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm supporting man Rattlers, you know?
This is our time.
Another question. We are in a pandemic. So what are the COVID safety guidelines?
We're asking everyone to wear their mask. We're asking everyone to wear their mask. Oh, they're playing the video with me and the mayor. Yeah. So that's the video with the mayor and I doing the strike. We were shooting a commercial for the Orange Blossom. And she said, is there a symbol for the Orange Blossom? And I said, yeah, this is it. No, that's the symbol for the Rattlers.
So get you two fingers.
That's the Rattlers. Yeah, we're striking. Rattlers strike and strike and strike again. So she was nice enough to do it. We're very happy to have her support. But we're following, the CDC's recommendations. We're asking people, first of all, if you stay sick, if you feel sick, stay home. And if you really feel sick, go to see a doctor, get tested. We're encouraging everyone to get vaccinated. NOMI, health providers, they're our official partners. We're encouraging people to wear masks because we know that masking is actually helpful. And look, we have to live, but we can live with some common sense. You understand that the pandemic is out there. You understand that wearing a mask and getting vaccinated helps protect you. You understand that if we don't protect ourselves, we can't protect others. And so we're encouraging everyone to follow the CDC's recommendations.
All right, well, y'all heard. So this is a national game. So is it also being televised as well?
It's being televised on ESPN. So this is FAMU, Jackson State, Hard Rock Stadium, Miami Gardens, the Orange Blossom Classic. We're gonna be on ESPN, and so it's gonna be interesting because your mom always see you on TV. Yeah, I saw you on TV. Now everybody. I'm gonna be promoting ESPN for the next little while. Please watch ESPN, watch the game. If you can't make it to the game, but if you can make it, please come out to Hard Rock Stadium, come to the game.
So for those that they missed this interview, what would you tell them? What did they miss by not watching this interview?
Oh, listen, they missed someone who is actually a FAMU alumni who was very excited to welcome back FAMU and Jackson State to the ride with the Orange Blossom Classic. They missed a whole bunch of information, but they don't have to miss it. They can get the vibe by actually just coming out to the event. Visit the Orange Blossoms website and check it out and come check us out. I promise you we won't disappoint.
All right, so is a 2022 like Orange Blossom Classic on repeat? Y'all working on next year, or is it too soon me asking this question?
Orange Blossom Classic is scheduled to come back next year already.
All right. Oh, and also I do want to say that there is a current issue in MIA Magazine. It's also in the Miami Herald as well. You can also read all the different issues and pages. You have a feature as well at miamediagrp.com. We're going to show you right now. So again, you can visit miamediagrp.com to read the full issue. It's also in the Miami Herald as well. All right, there you go. So pick up your copy. We'll see y'all over the weekend. Get your tickets, support the community, support the local businesses. So Vice Chairman, check your DM because I'm going to ask you for some tickets. I'm going to hit you up. So check your DM.
Okay. No, looking forward to that. Yes.
I'll be supporting. All right. So Vice Chairman, thank you so much. Have a great weekend. Congratulations. And yeah, we'll see you soon.
Thank you. See y'all.
Thank you so much again for tuning in. We have the Urban Film Festival. We also have the Orange Blossom Classic happening. Check out their websites, get your tickets. Also, tomorrow is Thursday, which means it's Lunch with Legacy Leaders with Anne-Marie Serral. So visit Facebook and visit MIA Media GRP. Again, on Facebook, it is MIA Media GRP. So tune in to Lunch with Legacy Leaders. So thanks again, and we'll see you next week. Have a good night. Bye.